Sri Gurubhyo Namah Harihi Om. Apadamauli Paryantam Guru Nama Krutim Smaret. Yena Vigna Pranashanti Siddhyanti Cha Manoratah. Om. Badram Karnebhih Shrunuyama Devah. Badram Pashyemakshabhiryajatrah. स्थिरैरङ्गैस्तुष्टुवागं सस्तनोभिः व्यसेम देवहितैर्यदायुः स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो वृद्धश्रवाः स्वस्ति न पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नस्ताक्ष्यो हरिष्ठनेमिः स्वस्ति न बृहस्पतिर्ददातु ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः ओम अग्नेनय सुपताराये अस्मान् विश्वानि देव भयुनानि विद्वान् युजोध्यस्मज्जुहुराणमेन भो इष्टान्ते नम भुक्तिं विदेम ओम शांति 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 गोविंद्र सर ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ನಾನು गोविंद्र सर कंटिन्यू ಮಾಡಿ ओम ब्रह्मन् ब्राह्मणो ब्रह्मवर्चसी जायताम् आराष्ट्रे राजन्यः शूरैषभ्यो अधिव्याधि महारथो जायताम् दोग्ध्रीं धेनुर्वोढा नड्वान् आसु सत्तिः पुरंदिर्योषा जिष्णारतेष्ठाः सभेयो युवा अस्य यजमानस्य वीरो जायताम् निकामे निकामेन पज्जन्यो न वर्षतु फलवत्यो न भोषदयः पच्यन्तां योगक्षेमो न कल्पेताम् ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः ॐ आप्यायन्तु ममाङ्गानि वाक्प्राणचक्षुः स्तोत्रमथो बलमिन्द्रियाणि च सर्वाणि सर्वो ब्रह्मोपनिषदम् माहं ब्रह्म निराकुर्याम् मामा ब्रह्म निराकरोतु अनिराकरणं मस्तु निराकरणं मे अस्तु तदात्मनि निरतेय उपनिषत्सु धर्माः ते मयि सन्तु ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ओम शांति 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 हरि ओम नमस्ते
Very nice. So we are just in the last portions of the Bruhadaranyaka Upanishad Manikanda, because the target of all people is not to return, because the return is involving a lot of difficulties and possibilities and also happiness. Therefore, we want to be very much free, and that's why in the page 88 of the Upanishad, Bruhadaranyaka Upanishad, the Sarvaveda Mantraha, you see, he says, Vimotshaya Bruhiti. Aya Yajnavalkya Maharshi, Ayo Janaka Maharaja, the dialogues ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ultimately whatever you acquire, it is an attachment. Whatever you desire, it is a work. Whatever is a want is a necessity. So the necessity, work, and all that we don't want. Something like Uddhava asking Krishna, don't give me the body. So if you give me the body, associates are there for our body, although the body is completely divine. But how many people observe and understand and recognize that there are gods in our body? And very few, that they are called sadhus, yogis, yogins, and they are the devotees, bhaktas, and so on. So all people cannot rise to that rank because the time. Ekatosta sikharam patiraushadhinam. See, the moon is setting at one place and sun is rising at other place. So the sun and moon they alternate each other in the horizon or in the days, as a result of which everybody is getting down from the count of their lifestyles and life stretch. Therefore, we see Sava etasmin si dadami rutamurdhvam vimokshaya bruhiti. And I'm just reading that portion which we have got to explain. Sava esha etasmin samprasade रत्वा चरित्वा दृष्ट्वैव पुण्यं च पापं च पुनः प्रतिन्याय्यं प्रतियोन्या द्रवति स्वप्नाय एव सः यः यत्तत्र किञ्चितो पश्यति अनन्वागतः तेन भवति असङ्गो हि अयं पुरुषः इत्येवमेवैतद्याज्ञवल्क्या सोऽहं भगवते सहस्रं ददामृत ऊर्ध्वं विमोक्षायैव ब्रूहीति. It's a beautiful quest that Janaka Maharaja posed to Yajnavalkya, who is a Gnani par excellence. Among several rishis, Yajnavalkya is a different one. He's a Veda Rishi, and he has got that revelation of that. And that kind of Rishi, when is available with us, it is up to us to make use of the Gnanam of all people. See, it is nice to take hold of or receive money from others, but that will not stay with you. But the Gnanam that you get from your friend, from your noble people or sadhus, that is the coinage for you. You know, I remember one of my friends and colleagues in Pune is a Cambodian monk, Buddhist monk, also a Thailand monk. Both of them I used to move much. And one of them, they paid, when we went to a restaurant, I was about to pay the bill. Then the boy, those two said, "No, sir, don't pay. We pay, but we want knowledge from you." So look at that kind of statement even now. So many years have passed by. I remember to get knowledge from your friends is one great thing that we have got to look to. And then in the same manner, even that Janaka is asking, see, that ऊर्ध्वं विमोक्षाय ब्रूहि पुरुषः स्वयं ज्योतिर्भवति सोऽहं भगवते सहस्रं ददामि अथ ऊर्ध्वं विमोक्षाय ब्रूहि. ಏನಾಗತ್ತೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಸವಾ ಏಷಃ ಏತಸ್ಮಿನ್ ಸಂಪ್ರಸಾದೆ ರತ್ವಾ ಚರಿತ್ವಾ ದೃಷ್ಟ್ವಾ ಏವ ಪುಣ್ಯಂ ಚ ಪಾಪಂ ಚ. ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ ಬದುಕಿದ್ರೆ ವಾಟ್ ಆರ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಡೂಯಿಂಗ್? We are always connected to either punyam or papam. It is said, when you laugh, it is your punya is operating in you. When you cry, the sin is operating in you. So papa punya, these two things we are all perambulating. Rather, we are having a simple harmonic motion movement between punyam and papam. Therefore, drishtva punyam, drishtva papam, and pratinyayam pratyonya dravati. So, accordingly, in every yoni we have been born, we are taking birth in birth. And when you take a birth, swapnaya eva sahayatu tatra kinchit pasyati anvagatastena bhavati asangokhayam purushaha. So actually, the purusha must be sanga vivarjitaha. That's what Shankaracharya in Bhajagovinda Stotram says, Nissangatve satsangatve nissangatvam, nissangatve nirmohatvam, nirmohatve nischalatatvam, nischalatatve jivan muktihi. So jivan api mukti pradam bhavati. So one need not die to get mukti. One has to work up for mukti when once you are having the jivam. So in Mahanyasam, you are given the thought by Buddhayana Maharshi that Deho Devalaya Prokto Jivo Deva Sanatanaha anta Devaha Jivaha, the God inside our body, that is what is Jiva, is God. And when once you take a body, you have to enter into Swapna Prapancham. See, nobody can say that, oh, I never had a dream. You get the dream, but there is no guarantee that you have got to remember all the dreams. And there's something like the waves in the ocean. Do you remember any previous ocean wave length and all that? No, waves were coming and going, hitting the shore, and like that in the river also. Adrinda, the Janma is something, samprasade. When you are getting that, what is that? You are having all these things. Ratva, you enjoy the life. Charitva, you conduct yourself. And while enjoyment, while conducting your life journey, what are you exposed towards? You are exposed to punyam papam. And all these punya papas again will definitely relate to the swapna prapancha. That is, you get into the swapnam. And swapna is only the linkage between the ehaloka and paraloka. If you want to know that there is another loka also waiting for us, however, whatever it is, only through Swapna Prapancha, you are able to traverse to that. That's what we think that. ಆ ಕನಸುಗಳಿದೆಯಲ್ಲ ಆ ಕನಸುಗಳು there are the mind language. The body language stops. All indriyas go to rest the moment you go to sleep. ನಿದ್ರಾದಲ್ಲಿರುವಾಗ ನಿದ್ರಾ ಅವಸ್ಥಾ is something where your indriyas only go to rest and you will be fresh after a stipulated period of rest upon the bed. Supposing you don't do that, then swapna is that. Therefore, when once you swapnayate, saha yattatra kinchit pasyati anvagataha tena bhavati asangohyam. Actually, when you are sleeping, when you get the dreams, you are associated, you are connected from this to other. Actually, we don't want connection at all because ayam purushaha asangaha. Unless you are asanga, freed from all kinds of contacts, you will not be able to realize what you want to have. ನಮ್ಗೇನು ಬೇಕು ಅದು ಬೇಕು ಅಂದರೆ ಸಂಘ ವರ್ಜಿತ ಆ ಸಂಘ ವರ್ಜನ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಸಂಘ ಇದ್ದಾಗೆಲ್ಲ ಆಸ್ ಲಾಂಗ್ ಆಸ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ಕನೆಕ್ಟೆಡ್, ಯುವರ್ ಮೈಂಡ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಥಾಟ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಎವ್ರಿಥಿಂಗ್ ಈಸ್ ಆಕ್ಟಿವ್. ದಟ್ಸ್ ವೈ ಋಷಿಗಳು ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ದೇ ಟ್ರೈ ಟು ಗೋ ರಿಟೈರ್ ಟು ದ ಪ್ಲೇಸಸ್ ಫಾರ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ದಿ ಮ್ಯಾಡಿಂಗ್ ಕ್ರೌಡ್. You can't do meditation sitting in the Mysore Bank circle or road. You have to retire to a very secluded place where your nature is only there and you are there and the nature is your good teacher. Therefore, here he says, asangaha, asangaha hiyayam purushaha. Etad yagnavalkya soham bhagavate sahasram dadami atavurdhvam vimotshayaiva brohi. So moksha, vimoksha, these are the two Sanskrit words. Vimoksha is complete emancipation. And Visheshena moksha, vimoksha. So vimoksha, even moksha also is not one we have to covet. Sometimes say moksham is also a part of desire. So the Vedantins are very strict in their analysis of knowledge connected to our body, mind, and soul. And so they are trying to get, for example, in Bruhadaranyaka Upanishad, you have a beautiful saying, Vedanta Vignana Sunischitarthaha Sannyasa Yogatu Yatayaha Suddha Sattvaha Te Brahmaloketu Para Antakale Para Amrutat Paripasyanti Sarve. So there is something highest pedestal to reach which we should have the Vedanta Vijnanam. That is the philosophical knowledge. Unless you grow philosophical, you will not be able to know ourselves. Therefore, here I think Yajnavalkya Sahasram Dadami Mokshayeva Bruhi. And then again, we have got so many things. I mean, Mokshayeva Bruhi, Mokshayeva Bruhi. This particular line is repeated some 2-3 times because whenever people are there who are learned, who are academically well informed, we should not simply waste our presence with them or use their presence and be benefited. That's why Sangha is important. When it is Satsanga, and there will be no moha at all, and that moha will make us really realizing moha should be removed. And now, Vimokshaya Bruhi iti. Iti is the quotation ending. That is, see, we don't know when from the human beings are working to get rid of the Janma at all. See, Janma, that's why Shankaracharya says, Janma Dukkham, Jara Dukkham, Yaddukham Dukkham Evacha, Tasmat Jagrata, Jagrata, Jagrata. Yesterday, Janma Dukkham, Jara Dukkham, and Yaddukham Dukkham Evacha. You cannot repair Dukkham at all. ಒಂದ್ಸಲ ಬೋನ್ ಬ್ರೇಕ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಪ್ಲಾಸ್ಟರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಆರ್ ಸಮಥಿಂಗ್ ದೇ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಡನ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ದ ಬೋನ್ ಒರಿಜಿನಲ್ ಬಿಕೇಮ್ ವೀಕ್ and so the doctor, all people say, Baba, you be careful. Once it has hurt, it is really important that you should take care. Like that, normalcy ಇರುವಾಗ we don't care. For example, children. If you just ask a small child to come, she will not come walking or jogging. It will just rush to you, running. That is the spirit. Originally, we are being blessed. Therefore, mimoksha is what is the quest here. And swapna also has got to be dropped down. Dreams bartha idre, we are not happy. We should actually have a dream-free status of sleep. That's why Jagrat, Swapna, Sushupti, otherwise Turiya. And our Dr. Nath was telling there is also another state which you call Turiya, which Mahayogins will be entering into. And in the Turiya Avastha, they are getting lot of knowledge and benefits and spiritual upliftment. But Antavaru nam sikko tumba kashta. But normally we come across the Avadhutas, like Dattatreya, like Ashtavakra and so on. So these are all the Avadhutas. That means that's why, because they have just got rid of all that kind of connections, and they are really elevated people. That's why they don't know the world much, completely absorbed at a higher state of happiness or thought, because the thoughts are there in the mind, but thought process has got to be disciplined and must always think of the positivity. Therefore, in this next line, Sivalingaya, Bodapa, Savaye Tasmin Swapne.
सवा ये सत्मिन् स्वप्ने रत्वा चरित्वा दृष्ट्वैव पुण्यं च पापं च पुनः प्रतिन्यायं प्रतियोन्या द्रवति बद्धान्तायैव
Buddhanta.
उद्ध्वान्तायैव स यत्रत्र किञ्चित् पश्यत्यनन्वागतस्तेन भवन्त्यसङ्घो ययं पुरुष इत्येवमेवैतद्याज्ञवल्क्यः सोऽहं भगवते सहस्रं ददाम्यत ऊर्ध्वं विमोक्षायैव ब्रूहीति.
So the sentences are not just repeated completely, but as you see, there is progress. See here, what is the progress that in the second sentence, which our student of the Kendra Veda student read, there is the word as Buddha. The word Buddha is there here, you notice. See, in the earlier sentence, you don't see the word Buddha. Asango kshayam purushaha. So, punaha pratinyayam pratinyoya dravati buddhanta eva saha. See, everything, buddhanta means knowledge, gnana. That's exactly what our Narayana Upanishad says as Vedanta Vignana Sunischitarthaha Te Eva Buddhaha. Yarappa Buddhara, Buddha andre yaru? Gautama Buddha anta agtide. Gautama is the name of that great prophet, that great fellow, and he became Gautama Buddha. ಅದರಿಂದ ಅವನೇನಾಗಿದ್ದಾನೆ ಬೋಧ, ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ we have got bodhasattva. We have a large number of stories. Bodhasattva stories are there, which are awakening of our philosophical Vedantic tattvam, Vedantic awareness in our body, in our mind. So even the Buddhatvam also should have the ending of that Buddha Anta Yaiva. See, look at that. Buddha Anta Yaiva is the mark that we have got to note down. Because Vedanta Vignana Sunischita Artha. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಸುನಿಶ್ಚಿತಾರ್ಹ. ಸೊ ನಿಮಗೆ ಇದು ಅಂತ ಸಮಥಿಂಗ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಎ ಸೈನ್ಸ್ ವೇರ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ definiteness of information for you. If you mix this and that, this will come. And it could be chemical reaction. And you are able to produce a third results by mixing A, B. That's what is the chemistry. Similar, that third one which you are experiencing, for example, the laughing gas, that one is the Buddha Anta. Your experimentations result into that. And when once Buddha Antaya saha yatu tatra kinchit pasyati. Tatra kinchit pasyati ananvagataha tena bhavati asangaha. ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ಅಸಂಗನಾಗೋದೇ ಒಂದು ದೊಡ್ಡ ಕೆಲಸ. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ we are always connected. It is hard for our mind to make it still. ಏನೋ ಗುರುಗಳು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಗೋಪಾಲ್ ಅವರು, withdraw all your thoughts, close your eyes. And ಇನ್ನು ಕೆಲವರು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ empty your mind, empty your thoughts, keep your mind pure, empty. ಇನ್ನು ಕೆಲವರು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ silence your mind, mute your mind. ವೆಲ್ ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಕೂಡ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಟೇಕ್ ಆಫ್ ಸ್ಟೇಜ್ಗೆ ಬೇಕಾಗಿರುವ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ಸ್. ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂದರೆ ಈ ಪ್ರಪಂಚದಲ್ಲೇ ನಾವು ಓಡಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದರೆ, ವೆನ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಮೂವಿಂಗ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ಇನ್ ದಿಸ್ ವರ್ಲ್ಡ್, we are not at all seeing any light at all. Jyotim na pasyamah. We will not see Jyoti at all. We will be always wading through the darkness. So one of the definitions in English was, who is a philosopher? A philosopher is he who tries to locate a black cat in pitch darkness. And it's very hard to locate the stature of the staying of a black cat in a pitch darkness. But still, he would be able to see the light there because the cat's eyes are lights. Jyotihi. Cat eye anta ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ವಾ? ಹಂಗೆ one has to search and find out the ultimate and become completely detached. Asangaha hi ayam purushaha. When he becomes a asanga, then, you have to cross the border of the Swapna Prapancha. Now, Swapna Prapanchadalli idre, like fish in the waters, or a falcon in the sky, get tired. A fish in the water is not stable at all. As example, beautifully quoted by our Rishi, that it will be just hitting the banks of the river here and there, and it will never be stable at all. In fact, even the falcon, which is there and flying in the air, it cannot stop its fluttering of its wings. The wings must be kept on and on and on in order to make itself float in the sky. Now, if at all you want to float on the water, you have to be working your hands and legs. You hands and legs ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡದೇ ಇದ್ರೆ you will just get immersed inside the water. That's why the activity, what is the activity? That activity will make you tired, fatigued. And again, you have to come back to the world to get rejuvenation and get refreshed or rehabilitation and all that. Therefore, here, pasyati ananbhagatastena bhavati asangoheyam purushaha. Basically, Purusha has to become sangavihinaha. So, sangavihinaha bhavatum arthade. Sangha ಅಂದ್ರೆ attached. That's why ಋಷಿಗಳು ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಅವರು ಮೆಡಿಟೇಟ್ ನಾವೆಲ್ಲ ದೂರ ಹೊರಟೋಗ್ತಾರೆ. You observe all the universities generally are located far from the madding crowd of the town. ಎಲ್ಲ ಯೂನಿವರ್ಸಿಟೀಸು ಸಿಟಿಯಿಂದ ತುಂಬ ದೂರ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. Once upon a time, Bangalore University located itself in a very far off place. But ಈಗ ಎಲ್ಲ ಡೆವಲಪ್ ಆಗಿಬಿಟ್ಟು the entire area has become crowded. But at one time, in the beginnings of the Bangalore University area, we could see in Bangalore very far away. Nothing was there. The road was completely free and you could only go there. ಬಟ್ ಇವಾಗ ಏನಾಗಿದೆ, ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗಿ. ಬಟ್ ಅದು ಸಂಘ ಇಲ್ಲದೆ ಇರುವಾಗ ನಮ್ಮ ಮನಸ್ಸು ನಾವಾಗಿರ್ತೀವಿ. ಅದರಿಂದ ಯಾಜ್ಞವಲ್ಕ್ಯ ದೇರ್ ಫೋರ್ ಭಗವತೆ ಸಹಸ್ರಂ ದದಾಮಿ ಅಥ ಊರ್ಧ್ವಂ ವಿಮೋಕ್ಷಾಯೈವ ಬ್ರೂಹಿ. ನನ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಏನೇನಿದೆಯೋ ಅದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಕೂಡ ಪರಮೇಶ್ವರ ಅರ್ಪಣ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಸರ್ವಂ ಶ್ರೀಕೃಷ್ಣಾರ್ಪಣಮಸ್ತು. ಆತ್ಮಾರ್ಪಣ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಆತ್ಮಾರ್ಪಣಧಿಯಾ. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಆತ್ಮ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ರೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಜೊತೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರೆಸ್ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಕಷ್ಟ. ವೆನ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಗಾಟ್ ದಟ್ ಬುದ್ಧಿ ವೇರ್ ದೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ಟೋಟಲ್ ಸಬ್ಮಿಷನ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಸರೆಂಡರ್ ಟು ದಿ ಫೀಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಗಾಡ್, saying that nothing belongs to me here, nothing is mine, everything is yours. That's exactly what our Govindaraj will say, Saranagati. See, Tavahi Charana, Tavahi Saundari Lahari, Sankarat say, Tavahi Charanaveva Saranau. Amma, Tayi, Ninna Charanagale Namge Saranu. In Yavudakku illa, because the hands are not free of Devi. 4 hands idre, all 4 hands I got 4 weapons. And ಕಣ್ಣುಗಳು ಕೂಡ ದ್ರಾಗೇಯಸ. ಸೊ ಕಣ್ಣುಗಳು ಒಂದು ಫ್ರೀ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಪಾದಗಳು ಮಾತ್ರ ಫ್ರೀ. ಅದರಿಂದ ಕಣ್ಣುಗಳು ನೋಡಿದರೆ ನೋ ಯೂಸ್. ಕಣ್ಣುಗಳಿಂದ ತಾಯಿ ನಮ್ಮನ್ನು ಕರುಣಾ ದೃಷ್ಟಿ. ಸೊ ಕರುಣಾ ದೃಷ್ಟಿ ನೋಡಿದರೆ ನಾವು ಆ ತಾಯಿಯ ಪಾದಗಳನ್ನು ಸೇರ್ತೀವಿ. ದಸ್ವೈ ನಾರಾಯಣ ಪಾದಾರ್ಪಣಮಸ್ತು. ನಾರಾಯಣ ಪಾದಗಳು ಕೆಳಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಕಣ್ಣುಗಳು ಮೇಲೆ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ನಾವು ಕಣ್ಣುಗಳು ನೋಡುವಂಥ ಆಸೆ ಪಡಬಾರ್ದು, ಬಟ್ ಪಾದಗಳು ನೋಡಿಬಿಟ್ಟು ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ದಟ್ಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಕ್ಟ್ಲಿ ಇಸ್ ಅನದರ್ ಆರ್ಗ್ಯುಮೆಂಟ್ ವಿಚ್ ಶಂಕರಾಚಾರ್ಯ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ರನ್ ಇನ್ ದಿ ಎಂಟೈರ್ ಶಿವಾನಂದ ಲಹರಿ. ಶಿವಾನಂದ ಲಹರಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಶಂಕರ ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಅಯ್ಯ ಶಂಕರ, ನೀನು ಭಿಕ್ಷಾಟನ ಮಾಡ್ತೀಯ, ಯು ಆರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಫಾರ್ ಭಿಕ್ಷಾ. And when you go alone with Bhiksha Patra to houses, people don't give alms. Andaru talpeskoni lopalne untaru. Amma bhavati భిక్షా అందేహి అని గెట్ అడుక్కుంటే ప్రజలు బయటికి రారు, వచ్చినా కూడా కొంచెమే ఇస్తారు. కానీ నువ్వేం చేయాలంటే ఐ గివ్ యూ సాధన. దట్ శంకర సేస్ టు శివ, you see, in my mind is monkey. If you take my monkey mind with you for bhiksha, you will definitely get large amount of bhiksha in no time. Because the children in the house or the inmates of the house will take delight in the monkey that you make that play. And when they come out and see you with bhiksha patra, they will give you alms. Look at that idea. So this kind of Sharanagati ideas are beautiful. If mind is taken away by Paramatma from you and into him, you are really blessed. Therefore, the mind is the truant at all times, and that mind has got to be disciplined. Therefore, here he says that I want that asangatvam, because basically a man is born free. He will not bring anything when he comes into the world, nor he will not take anything when he goes out. That's exactly what in Narasimha Satakam, Seshappa Kavi says, తల్లి గర్భము నుండి ధనము తేడెవ్వడు వెళ్ళిపోయే నాడు వెంటగనడు లక్షాధికారి అయిన లవణమన్నమే కాని మెరుగు బంగారము మృంగబోడు బళిరే నీ మంత్రమహిమ భూషణ వికాస శ్రీధర్మపుర నివాస దుష్ట సంహార నరసింహ దురిత దూరా. ದುರಿತ ಇಸ್ ಬ್ಯಾಡ್ ಕಾಂಡಕ್ಟ್, ಅಟ್ಯಾಚ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಟು ದಿ ವರ್ಲ್ಡ್. ಯಾವ್ದು ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ಅದು ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಮನಸ್ಸು ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ನೋಡದೇ ಇದ್ರೆ ಅದರ ಮೇಲೆ ಮನಸ್ಸು ಹೋಗಲ್ಲ. ದಿ ಮೊಮೆಂಟ್ ಯು ಲುಕ್ ಅಟ್ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ಸ್, ಲುಕ್ ಅಟ್ ಬ್ಯೂಟಿ, ಯು ವಾಂಟ್ ಟು ಪೊಸೆಸ್ ದ ಬ್ಯೂಟಿ. ಬಟ್ ಆಲ್ ಅವರ್ yogins tell you, you may look at the beauty, you may have the ರತ್ವ, ಸೌಂದರ್ಯವನ್ನು ನೋಡ್ಬೋದು, ಬಟ್ ಅದನ್ನು ಅನುಭವಿಸಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಆಸೆ ಪಟ್ಟರೆ ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಇನ್ ಸೂಪ್. ಅದರಿಂದ because there are hundreds and thousands of beautiful things in the world, to begin with a woman, to begin with other things. So any and everything in a woman is attractive for certain people, but you cannot have a desire to have any experience out of it. Therefore, you have to be careful. And therefore, he says that, Soham Sahasram Yagnavalkya Bhagavate Sahasram Dadami Vimokshaya Bruhi. Next sentence about Buddhantayaiva. That is what we have to mark the difference from the previous way. Third one, Udapa Sava Eshaha.
सवायेष तस्मिन् बुद्धान्ते रत्वा चरित्वा दुष्टैव पुण्यं च पापं च पुनः प्रतिन्यायं प्रतियोन्या द्रवति स्वप्नान्तायैव तत् यथा महामत्स्य उभे कूले अनुसञ्चरति पूर्वं चापरं चैव मेवायं पुरुषं एतावुभावन्तावनुसञ्चरति स्वप्नान्तं च बुद्धान्तं च तत् यथास्मिन्नाकाशे शेनो वा सुपर्णो वा विपरिपत्य श्रान्तसग्ग अन्त्य पक्षो संयलायैव संलयायैव ध्रियत एवमेवायं पुरुष एतस्मा अन्ताय धावति यत्र सुप्तो न कंचन कामं कामयते न कंचन स्वप्नं पश्यति.
Ishtarika, now already we have just gone through the idea that we have to have that Buddhanta and Swapnanta. So Swapna anodu tumba wide, Buddha anodu narrow. So ಈ ಎರಡಕ್ಕೆ examples we have got the fish and the falcon. How both of them do not get contented with what activity that they have got, either in the water or in the sky. And adrinda suptaha nakanchana kamam kamayate nakanchana swapnam pasyati. ನೀವು ಡ್ರೀಮಲ್ಲಿರುವಾಗ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಡ್ರೀಮನ್ನು ಬೇರೆಯವರು ಯಾರೂ ನೋಡೋದಿಲ್ಲ. Nobody will see what kind of dream you are dreaming unless you wake up and then tell them the kind of dream. But you cannot completely exhaust the narration of the kind of dream and experience in the dream. But so a dream becomes a personal one, and in that nakanchana swapnam pasyati nakamam kamayate. Swapnadalli, in dream status, there are no desires being asked for. Therefore, now the next this portion we have already explained, and therefore I skip and we go to the next one. Tava asya ye tahita nama nadyo yatha kesha sahasradha bhinna tavat तावता निम्ना तिष्ठन्ति शुक्लस्य नीलस्य पिङ्गलस्य हरितस्य लोहितस्य पूर्णा अथ यत्रैनं घ्रन्तीव जिनन्तीव हस्तीव विच्छाययति गर्तमिव पतति यदेव जाग्रत् भयं पश्यति तदस्त्रा विद्यया अन्यतेथ यत्र देव इव राजेव अहम् एव वेदगुं सर्वो अस्मीति मन्यते सो अस्य परमो लोकः. Yes, both of our sentences.
तावा अस्यैत इता नामनाढ्यो यथा केशः सहस्रधा भिन्नस्तावतानिम्ना तिष्ठन्ति शुक्लस्य नीलस्य पिङ्गलस्य हरितस्य लोहितस्य पूर्णा अत यत्रैनं घ्नन्तीव जिनन्तीव अस्तीव मिच्छाययति घत्तमिव पतति यदेव जाग्रद्भयम् पश्यति तदत्र विद्यया मन्यत्येत यत्र देव इव राजेव अमे वेदगुं सर्वो अस्मीति मन्यते सोऽहस्य परमो लोकः.
So paramo lokaha yatra deva iva rajeva ahameva evidagum sarvopasmiti manyate. So when you stop, I think the differences, dvandvatvam, then it is disappearing, then that kind of status is called paramaloka. See, dvandva is that. Now he is coming to tell us that paramo lokaha asya paramo lokaha. What is that? Asya etahi taha nama nadyaha yatha keshaha. Like the keshaha. Now there is an example for the hair. Keshaha sahasradha bhinnaha tavata nimna tishtanti shuklasya neelasya pingalasya haritasya lohitasya purna atha yatrainam grantiva janantiva hastiva vichayati gartamiva patati yadeva jagrat bhayam pasyati tadatra avidyaya manyatetra yatra deva iva rajeva. So here he is coming to talk about the vidya and avidya and quotes the example of an elephant. See, hastiya vichayayati gartamiva padati. See, how to catch the elephants. In Kerala, you have got more, you can see such type of attempts. They will just dig a big garta, a big pit, and cover it with truna. And the elephant thinks that there is only grass and food for it. And it comes up to and enters into and falls down into the garta. And then they slowly suffers, it suffers there. So, hastiyo vichayati gartame patati yadeva jagrat bhayam. So there is only fear when we are wakeful and tadatra avidyaya manyate atra. So because of the power of the avidya, people start thinking deva iva rajeva ahameva idagum sarvosmiti. Nane raja, nane devaru, nane ella anta. He will start thinking all these things. Manyate saha asya paramo lokaha. When he has got that kind of highest thinking, that is what is the paramaloka for him. Volbidappa tadva asyai.
तद्वा अस्यै तदति चन्दा अपहत पाप्मा भयगुं रूपं तद् यथा प्रियया स्त्रिया सम्परिस्वक्तो न बाह्यं किञ्चन वेद नान्तरमेव मेवायं पुरुषं प्राज्ञेनात्मना सम्परिष्वक्तो न बाह्यं किञ्चन वेद नान्तरं तद्वा अस्यै तदाप्त काम मक काममक्मात्म काममकामगुं रूपगुं शोकान्तरम् अत्र पिता पिता भवति माता माता लोका अलोक देवा अदेवा वेद अवेदाः अत्र स्तेनो अस्तेनो भवति भ्रूण अभ्रूणः चाण्डालो अचाण्डालः पौल्कसो अपौल्कसः श्रमणो अश्रमण तापसो अताप सोहन्नन्वागतत्तं पुण्येनान स्वागतं पापेन त्रितीर्णो हि तदा सर्वां लोकान् हृदयस्य भवति
ಯದ್ವೈ ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂ ಮಾಡಿ ಸೆಂಟೆನ್ಸ್.
यद्वै तन्न पश्यति पश्यन् वै तन्न पश्यति न हि दृष्ट्वदृष्टे परिलोपो विद्यते अविनाशित्वान् न तु तद्वितीयमस्ति ततोऽन्यत् विभक्तं यत् पश्येत्.
So ಇಲ್ಲಿ in this particular section there is the attempt that one will forget the professions with which they keep doing in the world when they are alive, and all that will go and he becomes Satchidanandatvam. He will become all alone. I think I will continue this in next class, all the explanations. And today we stop here. We have got to travel somewhere. And thank you very much. Om Swasti.
Om Sahana Vavatu Sahana Bhunaktu Sahavijankaravavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Sarve bhavantu sukhinah. Sarve santu niramaya. Sarve bhadrani pashyantu. मार्कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत्. ओम शांति शांति शांतिः. हरिः ओम तत्सत्. सर्वं श्रीकृष्णार्पणमस्तु. श्रीवासुदेवार्पणमस्तु. श्रीवेदपुरुषाशीर्वादोऽस्तु. ओम श्रीमातृचरणारविन्दार्पणमस्तु. ओम तत्सत्.